All the young gold niggas.
Tune in every Monday, 6 p.m.
Tuesday, 6 p.m. Wednesday, 6 p.m.
And
Thursday, 6 p.m. It's like a whole series.
Tune in.
Yeah, check us out.
All right.
Young gold nigga.
We're back. Circle of Life. We got my brother Luke. My co-host on here.
What's up?
King Kelso. So, from the transition from the streets to what you're doing right now, which is
Bus operator.
Yeah,
bus operator.
how the hell did you get on with Metro? And I know for a fact, your ass got to be crystal clear when you put that application in at Metro. So, who you knew up there?
Yeah.
And I ain't know nobody, but it actually was crazy because my grandmother, she knew somebody's son who worked there, and she talked to me one day. You know how them old folks do. You get try such and such son. He wealthy and this and that. She talked to me about getting on or trying to whatever. Mm-hmm. So when I left, that's grandma. R.I.P. That's grandma. And I left there, and I went and filled out the application. I had a driver license, but I ain't had no CDL or none of that. I filled out the application, and shit, in about a week, they called me and said, okay, you hired or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it basically was because my grandma, I just had a long talk with her, and she, you know what I'm saying, she kind of knew, she didn't really know how I was, but she knew that, you know what I'm saying, it was needed something going on, and like, she talked to me, and maybe you should try, and that's what happened. I tried, and they ended up calling me, no CDL, no nothing. So what they did was I had to go take a written test, and I passed the test, and they called me go to the class, because what Metro is basically like college for the first 2 months. Mm-hmm. The first month is straight book work and tests, and the second month is on the bus. But they paying you every week, though.
Okay.
It's every week, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I basically just, you know what I'm saying, they called me, I went through that, and that's when I started driving, you know what I'm saying? It was just,
how long ago was this?
It's 7 years, like it's going on 8 years now. It's going on 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going on 8 years. So it's really all because of her. So I feel like maybe it was meant for me, you know what I'm saying?
I know,
like
maybe.
Say, I was driving record trucks before that for 7 years, and in the record truck, I was still getting it in, you know what I'm saying? Pulling up, getting it in.
Yeah, because that's still, man, no disrespect to the record truck industry, but there's still a bunch of crooks in that motherfucker.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, though, but that's the only thing that I kind of hated, because that's what I used to always get. When soon you say record truck driver, you trying to holler at a female, or she just happen to ask you what to do with it, or they automatically look bad, but what people need to realize, though, from when I did the streets and I did AAA. I did the streets first. Right. But with the record drivers, they can't really pick up your car or nothing just unless they're a repo driver. Right. But just a regular record driver cannot pick up your car without some kind of signed information from the police. Right. People will think that if you was parked on the side street or the record driver, if we pull up on the car, and you're a record driver and you see it just abandoned, you still got to call it in. You still got to wait on the police to come. The police got to sign your paper for you to tow that car. So I feel like it's kind of, they look at it the wrong way. Record driver, bad people, but they really can't do nothing without the signed permission of somebody if this they property.
They just make
something.
the situation fucked up.
Yeah.
Because your car gone.
Yeah, they just take your car. But
the ones I was talking about used to set cars on fire, so. There's different record drivers.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I like to say I was a driver, but I was more still on my way of the shit. I'm gonna go get this work.
Yeah, this clown was a volunteer fireman. So while he was out being a record driver, he wanted to create action for himself.
Nah.
So he would go set the fires as a record driver and mysteriously be in the area.
Yes.
Make the call, and he get to play fireman.
Yeah. Nah. So I was like more. Like I say, I was driving that truck, but towing the car, I wasn't even worried about that shit. 'cause that was my way to go get to work. And
Oh shit.
I was
Yeah,
still hustling.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That was
yeah.
like a cover up.
It's a cover up.
It was
Good
like
cover up too.
A real good cover up.
Yeah, but man, that Metro was all because of my granny. It was all because of her.
Shout out to
And I've
Granny.
been there ever since.
That's who helped a lot of us out that ward. Is grandma, grandpa.
Yeah,
I got my grandma name tatted on my right leg.
yeah, that talk.
That's who we used to listen to.
Yeah, only person I listen to.
And like I say, I ain't really turned back. I be laughing like, cause I remember back in the day when I was telling y'all how we used to go catch the bus. We used to always make fun of how the bus driver got to do the wide turn.
Yeah.
That used to be something that we just used to always make fun of. And I go back and look at me driving these motherfuckers.
Cause it was it's the way their hands looked when they were just going around that
Yeah,
big
yeah.
ass wheel.
Yeah, we used to have a little
Yeah.
saying. I can't remember exactly what it is, but my homeboy, my cousin, he used to do a little dance,
Yeah.
and we used to talk about how they doing that. But
And now you out here doing it.
yeah, I'm out here doing it. But
Safely getting you to where you get when these people got to
Yeah.
go. That's live though, bro.
Yeah.
That's live. I know from.
I put that all on Granny, man. But like I say, it's good for me though because, like I said, I ain't had too many jobs, but I had a couple. But this is the first job that's actually combining with my transition to get out the streets. You know what I'm saying? So when I got this job, it's like, nah, you know, so I moved out the ward. So it's like, nah, it's basically like working home for me. I ain't got time. I know people that's still doing, it's easy for me to get into something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I look at this job was the transition for me to find out, you know how I used to always say, you work, you ain't got time to but working home, you know. I never experienced that. It took me a long time to, like I said, it's been going on 8 years. So basically it's the first job. I'm 45.
Yeah.
First job where I ever been experienced with is really like to see what they used to say about, man, go to work and come home and you ain't got time to do nothing else. But I ain't mad at it because this is my transition, you know what I'm saying, out the streets because this is what I want to do. Like I prayed and prayed and prayed to, I had my first child, I was still in the hood in Market Square trapping it. I had my second child. I didn't have my first until 26. I waited. But I was still in the hood trapping it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Their mama was from the south side. So like they come and go. But when I had this third child and it became a transition to like, man, then how shit started to go right now. Like it's what we doing living in now, it's a whole 360 from how I came up, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, I gotta get about this shit. You know, me and my brother had a 10-year run in Market Square, just me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, I gotta get out this here, you know what I'm saying? Shit changing.
I was just about to ask you about the name of them apartments. I always say Wheatley Plaza right there.
Yeah, it was Market Square. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We the player, but known as Market Square.
Right,
You know, had a couple niggas in Market that was getting it in over there.
Right.
But me and my brother, we had a 10-year run over there. You know,
What's your brother's name?
Jarrell, his Hell Real. We call him Hell Real. You know, he ain't on the, they ain't gonna find him on no social media. He don't do none of that.
That's some Fifth Ward shit, man. A lot of these Fifth Ward cats ain't with that social
Yeah,
media.
so
What?
yeah, he doing
Social
good.
media.
But we had a
Instagram.
10-year run over there. We had maybe 2 or 3 different apartments, but you know what I'm saying. We had a 10-year run where, you know, he always was like under me and doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying. So I was selling the rocks or whatever. You know what I'm saying. Then I transitioned to the weed, so he had the rocks over there and shit. Then he seeing how I'm killing on the weed. He got the weed. He got the pills. So all this time I'm kind of transitioning and I'm still, you know what I'm saying, praying to get away from all this. So now it's coming to where shit, he there all the time. So everybody coming from him. Well, Red, I'm like, I got to say shit. This my shit. You know what I'm saying? This the little brother. Everybody like, well, Red. So I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this nigga is getting money, but ain't nobody looking for me no more. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I wasn't mad because, like I said, I was praying to get away from it. And at the time, I was, like, I feel like I done did a lot of shit, but I was on them selling them X pills a lot. I was one of the first person that actually connected with some niggas from the south side and was going to get them from them. Had a nigga from the south side come out here, OG nigga, and he was like, man, my partners ain't want to bring me, man. Y'all niggas be tripping out here. We rode the block about 3 times before they let me out and let me walk. So I wasn't scared to take chances. That's what I was doing from going out to cornbreads and messing with them people. I was looking at it like, hey man, I'm gonna be different in the hood. I ain't scared to take a chance with these people. Yeah. So me and my brother had a 10-year run. And as I'm praying to get away from this type of stuff, like say the talk with my grandma came, and I ended up moving out the ward to north side, 45 north. I actually had to stay with my mom because we was waiting on our apartment, and I was trying to get up out the cell. But what the Lord did for me is that I was selling the X tub. I was the only person in the hood that had the X at one time. So what the Lord did for me is I feel like what he did for me through the transition, all that money that I had, I was partying, doing all that, but I started gambling, just started losing money. As I'm praying and telling him to take me away from all this money that I got, I'm losing. I'll go lose 5,000, 6,000. So I feel like what he did was, okay, you praying for this, you want to get out these streets. I'm about to, all this street money you done made, you done had, I'm about to wipe it away from you and see how you handle yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I went broke. Yeah. A lot of people don't know because of how I carry myself, I'm the same. You know what I'm saying? I had went broke at a time just because he was taking all that fast money from me. Yeah. And then I started working and just bounced back. And it ain't been the same. You know what I'm saying? I just bounced back. So I feel like that's what he was doing. Transitioned me from the street. But he took all that fast money from me. Mm-hmm. And say, okay, now you want to, you know what I'm saying, do what you're going to do. I'm going to put you at a job, get paid every week, good money. It's up to you because I know it's easy for you to get back into it. Mm-hmm. But he was like, nah, it's up to you. And that's just where I stand right now. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling.
Yeah, I understand.
Stay there.
Yeah. That's a great place to be.
I know that pool, boy. I know that pool.
Yeah, it was like that's what they did. He took out all that fast money I was losing. I go to the store. I lose 3,000-4,000 just in the machine, but I'm full of them X pills, just tripping, you know, just having fun. You know, just roll. I ain't caring, you know what I'm saying? But I always did, like, that's what we partied a lot, but I feel like everything if I was on it, I had it, just, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like I survived, like some of my homeboys and all that, because my whole thing was about money. So if we want to smoke weed, I ain't finna go buy an ounce or half ounce every day. Shit, I'm about to buy me a quarter pound. And I'm going to smoke what I can and I'm going to sell the rest. You know what I'm saying? So whatever I'm doing, if I ain't making no profit, at least I ain't spending no money on what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's just where I feel like how I done made it. Because everything it is, I feel like I ain't spending money on it if I ain't got to. If I can go get it and buy it and buy a large quantity, if I got the money, even if I break even. But if it's something I need, I always been like that. That's how with the weed, that's how we was with the weed. Everybody want to buy grams or two. Shit, I'm going to give me an ounce. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. X pills, when that came out, they was $25 a pill. I ain't finna be spending. I like this shit. Think I'm finna be spending $25 every day, 2-3 times. Man, go give me 50 of them. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I was. It's always like that. I'm the same way right now. A lot of people be thinking I just turned everything to legal. A lot of people be thinking, like with the shoes. I always loved shoes. I was a sneakerhead till I had them kids. Shit, them kids took all that away. But I always had a thrive for them. So a lot of people be thinking, oh, he getting these shoes, whatever. Blah. No, I'm not the plug. You know, I ain't got time to go to the stores. I'm at work, but I'm going to get what I could get. And if I get extra pairs and sell some of that to cut into my pair, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got to be paying. I ain't try to pay full price for nothing. Basically, that's how I grew up. I feel you. That's just how I grew up. I ain't trying to pay full price for nothing. If I could get more of it and sell it and break even, I'm good.
That's the move.
That's the move. Man, it's just that's Fifth Ward raised right there.
Yeah, so that's some Fifth Ward.
I'm just smiling. I'm like, God damn, that's just everything I've known my whole life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I ain't never been that
generations
of fuck off this money every day, drink, whatever. I want to get enough to where if I could sell something and break even, I ain't spend $40-$50 a day on something. I want to break even if I can.
Hey, my neighbor, Mr. Robert, God bless the dead, he had a drinking problem. So what do you think he was? A bootlegger.
Bootlegger.
Sunday, we go get a pint for Mr. Robert. But he drank. He had a regular job, but on the weekend, that's when he got towed up. So to support his habit, he sold us shit. He was a bootleg.
The motherfucking bootleg. We gonna bootleg up out of here for a second.
Yes, sir.
Take a break.